All right, fellas. Apologies for the late video updates regarding the challenge and videos in general. I'm actually in my busy season. So for those of you who don't know, I actually work for like an HVAC plumbing company, family owned, all that good stuff. And this is our busiest season, the summertime, and so I am just slammed. And so if you guys don't see too many videos uploaded over the next couple of months, in terms of like, two, three, four videos a week, if you guys only see one or two, that's why I'm just extremely busy, and I got to find the time to actually make these, because I basically work 15, 16-hour days during these 3 months. So just so you guys know, I'm sorry, I'm not. It's just, it happens. But once the wintertime comes around, it gets a little bit slower. I have more time to churn out more content. So hopefully you guys are patient with me, and you guys will continue being here. But without further ado, let's get into the what I did. And so going forward, I'm gonna try to make these videos more, I guess, watchable, more appealing, and like, I don't think I want to do like the spreadsheet stuff. I think going forward, I'm just gonna start, recording the actual items, talking about them, and basically putting out. There's one of the dogs that came in, and basically just talking about the sale, how much money was made from the sale, and basically where we're at the end of the week, just to make the videos a little bit more shorter and a little bit more entertaining, in my opinion. So without further ado, let's just get into this real quick. So what week are we in? I don't even know, dude. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is for week 7. So week 7 highlighted in blue, which ended this past Sunday. So right off the bat, we sold Mario Galaxy and Zelda Twilight Princess. We sold a 3DS XL Galaxy bundle. If you guys remember in last video's update, I basically, on the week that I went on vacation, or like the week prior to me going on vacation, I did purchase a lot of items. I didn't actually list them because I was going to go on vacation for like almost 2 weeks. But we did buy quite a bit of stuff. We bought a Nintendo Switch games, a Nintendo Switch OLED with games, which I did keep the OLED version. I wanted that one for myself. And now the dogs are fighting. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that they're not going to be in here too much longer causing these ruckuses. They walked out by themselves. Wonderful. So, anyways, so we bought quite a bit of stuff. We bought 2 Wii bundles, and honestly, guys, I think we did pretty dang well on the stuff we bought. So one of those Wii bundles actually came with a really rare game that I wasn't aware of how rare it was, and I almost sold it for like $30, thinking it was just a regular old Wii Sports. Now, Wii Sports had, or like, I guess there's this one Wii game that bundled the Wii Sports and the Wii Sports Resort into one disc, and that disc alone sells for about $60 to $70 on eBay. I happened to sell mine for the $60, I believe, but I also sold a Wii Sports regular that was also part of the bundle for like $30. So the entire Wii bundle only cost me $60. That's where I got those 2 games from, was the $60 Wii bundles, the Wii bundle, right? So right off the bat, after fees and everything, just those 2 games paid for everything. That doesn't even include the system. So I did keep the Wii system for testing purposes, because I am finding myself, picking up a lot of like Nintendo Wii discs and Nintendo Wii games in general that people are just selling. And so for me to test it out and all that good stuff, that's what that's going to be used for. It's set up. It's in my garage. It's on my workbench. And so that was awesome. It also came with a bunch of other games, which we haven't sold yet. 2 of them, or one of them being the Super Mario All-Stars Wii game. There was like a collection of the original Mario games, and those sell regularly for about $27 to $30. I have mine for $30. Hasn't sold. I'm cool with that. I'm not in a rush. But we do have more games from that bundle alone that we still have yet to sell, which is good. Now, besides that, we basically sold, again, we sold through the Galaxy 3DS XL that we purchased that week. We sold through, basically, so there's 1, 2, I think I have like 3 Wiis now, because I still need to put some stuff down here for purchases that we made. But essentially, guys, we're doing pretty good with the Wiis, and Nintendo in general seems to be really, really good in the secondary market. The consoles easily sell. I haven't put up, I think I have at this point, I have technically 3 Wiis. One is my test Wii. The other one is just sitting in my garage that I haven't actually like wiped or done anything with. Another one is like a bad eject button, but I'm not too worried about it. I think eventually I'm going to find Wii's that don't work, and then I can just swap either the board over from like a known working board that has the eject button into the one that's not working and then sell it, or might just sell it for parts. We'll see. But essentially, they're selling pretty quickly. I mean, I'm talking about I post a Wii game up on eBay, like a Wii Sports Mario Kart, and within 24 hours it sells. So very, very liquid in my opinion. And so that's what you'll see here. Same thing with Switch, man. Switch games sell pretty quickly. There were a few that took a little bit longer to sell just because I had it at the market rate. So like, people were selling it for like $1 cheaper. I'm not in a rush. Like at this point, all this is just constant revenue coming in. And as like right now, at the end of week, what did we say? This was week 7, right? At the end of this weekend, we're already back up to over $1,133. And I still have plenty of games to sell. I still have a few 3DS games from some of the recent bundles. I bought a PS Vita bundle that I kept the Vita on that I still need to add on here. But like these Vita games that are in this week, those weren't even part of the bundle. Those were part of a previous like lot that I purchased. And so that's another one. So like eBay auctions sometimes are pretty good. And even Mercari, because I got a PS Vita bundle with like 10 games for like $180 shipped from Canada. No, $165 shipped from Canada with taxes and everything. And it came with like Gravity Rush, Wipeout 2048, and we already sold Gravity Rush this week as part of that bundle. And that alone was like $45, $40. So all at Killzone is like $38, $40 with the case. So like, those PS Vita auctions, those Nintendo auctions are a little bit different. Nintendo auctions, for the most part, they tend to go for the market rate. But I've noticed that PS Vita auctions on eBay, there's like a price variance. People include a lot of games, and the people bidding on them, they get it for a really, really good price, to the point where even the Vita ends up being like free, which is basically what I did. So I got me an OG PS Vita with a bunch of games, and I'm selling all the games. And I actually might even make 20-30% profit after all the games sell, and I've already sold a few of them. So, just for those of you guys who are new to the selling of games, or you're interested in doing it, I find that handheld gaming systems and handheld games, they do very, very well, extremely well. Like more than you'd expect. Like you can see a PS3, you can see a PS4, and yet those don't sell for nearly as much as like a PS Vita game or like a Nintendo 3DS game, for example. And yeah, man, power handhelds. But besides that, so the last thing I wanted to mention here is, if you guys remember, for those of you who have been following along this entire journey, you may remember that I actually bought a 3DS bundle with like Pokemon games and some other stuff. Like back in like week 3 or 4, and at the time I said, you know what, I'm gonna keep the Pokemon games. I'm just gonna take a loss on the challenge, because the Pokemon games, they typically tend to go up. But what I decided was, I'm gonna sell 2 of the 3. I'm only gonna keep Soul Silver, and I'm only keeping Soul Silver because it is a game that I absolutely love, and it's very hard to find locally, right? And it actually has almost like a price premium compared to the other ones. Like Black, for example, I sold Black 2. You guys can see on here, and I know it can sometimes be pretty small, but I actually sold Pokemon Black 2 with the case. I bought the case out of my pocket for $50 after like fees and shipping. It's like 49 some change. I just rounded up to 50, and we sold it for $175. So I took the $50, basically put it back to my account. Well, there goes the puppies. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they're going crazy over there. So, anyways, we sold Pokemon Black 2. I still have Pokemon White up on eBay for like $115. I might sell it locally for $100 to $115. We'll see if I got an offer for $100, but I'm like, I'm gonna just wait. Like, we'll see. I'm not in a rush to sell it either. But essentially, yeah, I decided to sell those 2 Pokemon games to basically just add more money into the challenge, and why keep something that I'm not gonna use, or like that I don't truly care for at that point, right? So I am keeping Soul Silver, and hopefully I can find the original Pokewalker and the Pokewalker box with it to actually have it a complete in-box system or game. So that's where we're kind of at. So again, we ended the week pretty dang good. We ended the week at $1,133.41 available. I don't know if you guys, there you go. $1,133.41, which isn't bad considering, again, we have quite a bit of stuff still to go through. And I did add a Nintendo Switch OLED to my personal collection, which at the same time, it's kind of going to double like a test unit because I didn't have a Switch. So it's doubling as a test unit. And it's a limited edition Zelda OLED, so those are only going to go up in value as it gets older, especially with Switch 2 coming out. The price will probably dip a little bit, but give it like 3 years, and those systems are going to be selling for retail used, right? So I did add an OLED to my collection. I added a PS Vita to my collection. I added a Wii for testing purposes. So we're doing it, man. So that's how we ended the week. And we already started off week 8 pretty strong. I just, didn't want to put everything in there, but we found really good deals week 8, and let's see what happens. Let's see how we do. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you guys will keep following me along. I'll try to get this next week's update out a little sooner than Friday. Usually the upload's supposed to be like Tuesday, Wednesday, but again, because I'm extremely busy with work, that may fluctuate. Some weeks I might do like 2 weeks in one. So we'll see. Hopefully you guys will bear with me, but I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all soon.